Hello, babies. I'm Mommy Black from Little Baby Blue Nursery. Welcome to Mommy's Makerspace. Today we shall be making love bugs, or actually baby love bugs. It's a little bit different. We've done love bugs in the past, but that's in like live sessions when we were doing Patreon and stuff. We've made a cute little poof love bug. Poof. And we've also made this little cute toilet paper love bug, which is also a magnet. So it kind of does this wow, 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 wow wonky thing. Okay, this craft is pretty easy, but it does have a hot glue gun component to it. So be very careful with that. You can also probably use regular glue too. It'll just take a little bit longer to dry. So what you're going to need is 3 little poofs, 2 little eyeballs, a craft pipe cleaner, the glittery, and some sort of paper. I always go with glitter because obviously I love glitter. But you can get whatever you want. These are going to be the little wings, and then scissors to cut everything up with. I'm also going to add, because this is a baby love bug, I'm going to attempt to make a tiny pacifier. Now, there's another craft coming up for Space Camp where I actually make a tiny pacifier. This one may be a fake tiny pacifier, and that's fine. That's fine. I will start off by saying, as I always do, there are no wrongs in Little's crafting. So if you are crafting and you make a mistake, no worries. Just keep going. MoveOn.com.org. Okay, okay. Now, I saw this on the onlines, and I'm going to attempt to make it from memory. Meow. You want to get about 1.5 inches per little foot. Now, here's another thing. When I showed this craft to one of my littles, he became very, very upset because the bug in this craft only has 4 legs. As you may well know, you might not know. This is going to be the more you know. All insects have 6 legs. So I had to tell my little that love bugs, when they first are born, are only born with 4 legs. Okay. Eventually their other legs grow in, but at this point, the love bug only has 4 little legs. So it's fine. It works out well. It's science and nature. I don't know how it works. So you want to cut 2 about 1.5 inch segments. Now, you can measure if you'd like. That's fine. But I like to go by the seat of my pants, and I'm not going to let instructions tell me what to do. Okay, so then you want to bend these little pipe cleaners in half. These are going to be the little leggies. I've got weak hands, so I'm going to use this little tool, but you really can do this with your fingers. Okay, so then you want to create little patitas, teeny little feet. So you're bending these little teeny ends up to be the little feet. You see how that is? The little feet are going up. So do that with all of the little feetsies. And then I am going to wear these so that I do not burn myself. Oops. I am now burning the fuzz. Okay. These are not working. And the fuzz is probably singeing. Okay, so you get the little dollop. And you stick a little baby paw, little foot onto it like that. Like so. And then you add the other one right on top of it. Now I'm going to add a little bit of glue, extra glue. It should, I think, just kind of come through it, but just be careful or be extra safe. You might be saying to yourself, oh, Mommy, you've probably tried this before to make sure it works. I have not. We're both experiencing this at the same time. That's fine. This is how we learn. Put the little patitas. And put another little dollop. Now this is what I'm already learning. If you have old craft glue like I do that is yellowing, you might not want to use that because this is looking a little bit yellow in there. Maybe that's how love bugs are. They have yellow, what are those called? Like cartilagey things? Like a yellow joint structure. I don't know. I don't know a ton about baby love bugs. So we have created the baby love bug body. Now we're going to put our little eyeballs right up here on the top. Now if you have, oops, it's fine. Probably you might want to use a more finely tuned little glue thing. You might not. You might just want to make a big mess like I am. I find that when you're crafting, if you stick out your tongue, it works out better for all involved. Okay, we have the bells on. We're almost done. Also, if you have these strands like this that are kind of hanging out there, you can get a blow dryer and kind of heat it up, and it will get rid of those. Oh, where did I have this? So I guess it too depends on where you put this. Mine is a little bit longer in the back here. Then, oh my god, this baby is having trouble walking. Maybe this one needs to do the splits a little bit in the back. And it's fine because it's a baby. Maybe it just wants to sit up like that. It's great. Totally works. Okay, now we want to create the wings. Which kind of wing do you want? I love glitter. I believe that I've said that many times, but I think I'm going to do silver. Now, if you saw when I made this lovely chain back here, you will have witnessed my inability to cut hearts. The old school way where it's just like a half heart. We're going to try it again. Oh my gosh, it worked. It worked. Everybody, it worked. You witnessed. You saw it here. Okay, a little bit. I just need to cut a little bit of it. We're going to just pretend like I'm not doing this here. That's fine. Ah, look at that. The booty. The booty. Okay, so then I'm going to just kind of do this a little bit. Maybe this will make him a little heavier back here. Oh, he is so cute. Okay, he just wants to be on his face, and that's fine. I want to put a little teeny tiny pacifier, and how I'm going to do that is just with one of these little tiny beads. It's just going to be a bead, little pacifier, I think. I'm going to see what that looks like. Now, when the masses see this, when the huge, the public at large sees this, they're going to think, oh, that's a tiny little nose. But we know that this is a tiny pacifier because this is a baby. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try something new. I'm going to put this right here and dip it into it and see if that works. Oh, look at this baby. Oh my God. Look at this adorable baby. I want to add one more little thing. It was almost complete, but if you know me, which you probably do, you will know that I love glitter and glow-in-the-dark stuff. So we had gotten some of this glow-in-the-dark glitter for our space camp. And so we have a lot left over. So I want to make his little butt glow. So we're just going to put a little bit of it. Will it glow? Probably not. That's fine. I think I've mentioned this before in another crafting video that if you're working with glitter, grabbing a craft piece of paper and using it underneath instead of regular paper seems to work better for me because it doesn't have the same static electricity. Now, saying that, this will probably try and prove me wrong. Okay, so we have lots and lots of different glitteries, glow-in-the-dark glitteries to try. Okay, we'll do hot pink because this bug is hot. It's a little bug. Now we're going to do is make a huge mess with the hot glue gun and this tiny baby love bug and some glitter. Just want to add a little tiny little butt dollop. Literally only like one or two little glitters. These little glitter pieces are huge. That's fine. I love that it's all kind of glittery now. And it's going to get all over everything. So here we are, babies. Our adorable little love bug. And it's got a glow in the dark butt. We're going to test this and see if it works. It's got two little tiny things that work glow. I call that a win. I hope that you have enjoyed this tiny baby love bug craft. And I would love to see your babies. Oh. So be sure to hashtag Little Baby Boo Nursery and show us what you have made. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe because we're going to be starting up Space Camp pretty soon in a couple of weeks. And you're not going to want to miss that. The stuff that we filmed are just funny. So on behalf of this baby love bug and myself, I hope that you have a lovely afternoon and we shall see you in the next video. Bye. A baby is learning how to walk or fly.